He's been on the program before. He is a well-known national radio host on XM Sirius. He is a conservative libertarian, but is full of common sense. He premieres tonight, and Andrew is with us now. Hi, Andrew.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You have Rand Paul on with you tonight?
Yeah, Rand's coming in studio for two segments. We're going to talk about his book, and we're going to get real deep into central planning. And I know it's something he loves to talk about. So we're going to be getting into central planning and versus government consumption of the private sector.
What do you think is the biggest problem facing us right now, Andrew?
Well, when you have a president who is campaigning now telling us we need a secretary of explaining stuff. I'm sorry, Mr. President, you're the secretary of explaining stuff, except nobody seems to buy it, so you've got to live in the past in the 90s. The fact of the matter is we have gotten so emotional about economics that we've accepted this two-choice system of either central planning or nihilism. Like, if the government doesn't take over health care, everybody dies. If the government doesn't tax us for education, nobody reads. And this is the problem, that we've gotten so far away from the concept of a limited federal government. And I know it sounds cliche when you say, well, you guys in the state governments. But the fact of the matter is central planning doesn't work because it doesn't take into consideration 309 million people.
What do you think of the people that say, because you're a libertarian, right?
You got it right, conservative libertarian. Yeah. I mean, I don't go off the deep end with some things at the local level, but on the federal and state level, yeah.
Okay. What do you think about the people who are saying you just can't vote for Mitt Romney? You got to vote for, Gary Johnson?
I've interviewed Gary Johnson. I don't think he is a bad guy. I don't think he has the power at this point to be the kind of spoiler Ross Perot was. But for whatever reason, I don't accept this thing that the establishment always gets its way, because if you can't get if you're getting your message. Now, I do blame the mainstream media for not putting him in the debates. He was a sitting governor. He is on the ballot. He should have been invited to those debates. He should have been able to get his message out. But when it comes down to certain issues like his stance on the border, I don't understand how he can take a stand that we need to have an open border while we have 8% unemployment. For a libertarian who looks at economics that way, when you have such an abundance of labor that is unemployable, why would you want to import more labor and double down on the demands of the social system?
You also have Arthur Davis on.
Yeah,
he was the Democrat that introduced Barack Obama and then switched parties. He spoke, and he was kind of the star at the RNC.
Yeah, we're going to talk to him about, his idealism waning over the past 4 years. And one of the big things we're going to ask him about is, there's got to be other people like you that are growing increasingly uncomfortable with the change talk and the Goebbels talk, and now going after Josh Mandel, who's a United States Marine and Jewish, with this campaign against the big lie. At some point, rational people have to say, we could passionately disagree. We can even point fingers at each other and go, you're wrong. But when the only thing coming out of the mouths of the echo chamber is you're either trying to put people back in chains or you're just like a Nazi, then you guys, you're way out there. You're way beyond the way average people.
Yep. Are you there? My gosh, Dick Cheney just had him killed.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Dick Cheney just had him killed.
That's how it happens.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
holy cow.
I don't know what we're going to run at 7 o'clock tonight.
Not Wilkow.
Not Wilkow.
Pretty clear.
But whatever the GOP machine tells us to run.
Yeah, tune in and find out.
You're just going to have to tune in to find out.
Yeah.
It's going to be great once you tune in. Find out. Anyway, that's Wilkow. Yeah. It'll have a surprise ending tonight, just like that interview did.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to miss it. All right, that worked out really well, did it?
It's like the ending of, what was it, The Sopranos ended like that?
Yeah.
Or just like in the middle of a sentence and it just stopped. That's the way to end a series.
Or
launch one in this case.